Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of the How to Move to Los Cabos video series. The online series where I get to teach you everything you need to know about how to make a successful and easy move down to our beautiful Los Cabos, Mexico. On this episode, we're going to be talking about setting up your utilities, property insurance, healthcare insurance, and vehicle insurance. At this point, you're probably an expert at finding that perfect piece of property for you. You know how to find a good broker. You know about the main areas in the town. You're now probably found that really good property, and it's time now to figure out the utilities. So this is what this video is going to be about. My name is Ari Westwood. I was born and raised down here in Los Cabos. I am your trusted real estate agent and the manager of the Cabo San Lucas Baja Properties office. Baja Properties was the first real estate company down here in Los Cabos, so you can rest assured that all of this information is going to be extremely beneficial for you on your move down here. And this video is not a standalone video. There's going to be a lot of videos like this one coming up. You're not going to want to miss out on them, so don't forget to like this video and hit that subscribe and notification bell below so you can stay up to date on all of our latest information. So let's get to it. You're finally down here. Congratulations. You have your beautiful condo or home. It's time to set up your utilities. And the first thing I gotta mention is that it's gonna be right forward to the point. If you don't speak the language, if you don't speak Spanish, if you don't speak Espanol down here in Los Cabos, Mexico, I would suggest going ahead and hiring somebody to take care of this for you guys. All of these agencies are really reliable and trustworthy, but when it comes down to setting up the initial forms or changing the names for these things, you're most likely going to just want to have somebody that speaks the language and has experience doing it, going ahead and doing it. Either way, if you want to do it, I will go ahead and tell you how to do it. Now, I'm going to start off by telling you the main providers for services down here. The first one is going to be the electricity company. Pretty much all of us use CFE, which stands for Comisión Federal de Electricidad, and pretty much everybody uses them for electricity down here. They're reliable, we like them, and they're going to be the main one that you're going to be using. For internet, the options are mostly going to be Telmex, which the service they provide is called Infinitum, and another one that's down here is called Megacable, and nowadays another very popular option is Starlink. Satellite internet. Since we have very good weather, very sunny skies most of the year, the satellite internet is usually very, very effective down here, especially for those off-the-grid regions. So these are going to be your internet providers. For water, the place is called Omsapas. And for propane gas, usually the service providers are going to be called Cali Gas or Global Gas. These are going to be basically your main ones. Your HOA, you'll have to ask your real estate agent who helped you get that property how to get set up on your HOA, but that should not be complicated at all. One thing I gotta mention about all of these systems is that once you're set up, once you change your name and the utilities are under your name, it's really easy to just keep them paid online. You can pay them online. You can set up a credit card or debit card, just like in the United States or Canada. They will get automatically charged every month and you don't have to worry about that. Utilities in Mexico are usually going to be significantly more affordable either way, so you really don't have to worry about that stuff. It's just something to keep in mind. But again, let's go through the process. If you want to go ahead and change this stuff yourself, the first thing that's really going to help out is to have previous bills from the previous owner. So if the seller provides you with that past electric bill that got paid, the one that says the address and the service number for the actual property, but it's under the seller's name, that is really going to help with the process. So go ahead and get that folder, put that past bill in there, and the next thing you're going to want to have on that folder is going to be your ID. An ID that's going to match the proof of ownership of that condo. So grab your ID that has your name on it, throw it in there. A copy of your ID, go ahead and throw it in there. And you're going to have a copy of your proof of ownership. It can be your deed, it can be your fideicomiso, most likely, the copy of your fideicomiso, your bank trust, or whatever proof of ownership of that condo that you have. I've done another video where I explain how there are several ways of owning property down here. So whatever proof of ownership that you have, go ahead and throw it in there. And those are basically the three things that you're going to need. The pass receipt, your ID, and the proof of ownership. These are service providers. They're not going to be extremely complicated. Most of the time, the issue is going to be with the language barrier and that they're busy. So if you're deciding to go on the route of doing it yourself, you're going to want to, if you're going to do it with CFE, going with the electric company, go ahead and go online and make your appointment. This is going to be very important because if you just show up over there and try and make the change, you're going to realize that there's going to be a long line and they're not going to be very customer friendly. So go ahead and go online, get an appointment, and then you can show up, and you're still going to have to wait, but you're going to most likely going to be able to do it during that day. Sapas for water is going to be a little bit more relaxed, but still same kind of case. Internet, you can just go ahead and go to the service providers. They're usually going to be way more straightforward. But again, I don't want to sound like a broken record. If you don't speak the language, I suggest just hiring somebody to do it. It's not going to be expensive. Your real estate advisor should be able to recommend you to a person that can do it. And if you don't have one, go ahead and message me. My information is down on the description below. The next topic is going to be property insurance. Property insurance might be something that is very popular in the United States and in Canada, but since most people down here are usually looking at condos, most of that condo is going to be covered by your HOA's property insurance. If you're paying an HOA fee every month, part of that HOA fee is going to have a property insurance over the building itself. So if anything happens to the pool area, anything happens to the driveway, anything happens to the parking lot, all of that stuff should be covered by the property insurance that the actual building is going to have. Now, if you're the kind of person that has a ton of belongings in your place and you want to insure things such as artwork or particular electronics, wherever it is, we have really good insurance providers down here who will give you a policy for whatever you're trying to insure. Same way as in the United States or Canada, you'll just have to prove how much that property is worth, how much that belonging is worth, and they'll be able to give you a price about how much will they charge you to keep all that stuff insured in case anything happens. But overall, if you're just trying to insure your property, there are plenty of really good providers down here that can take care of you. If you want some specific ones, go ahead and message me. My information is down in the description below. Now let's move on to healthcare insurance. Healthcare in Los Cabos is absolutely really good. And in Mexico overall, we have really good healthcare. If you're not going to be able to get it taken care of here in Los Cabos, if it's something way more specialized, you might have to be going over to Mexico City, Monterrey, Guadalajara, which are going to be the main cities down here in Mexico. They all have stellar medical service. And one thing that people don't realize is that Los Cabos is becoming more of a medical tourism hub. So people that are going through certain rehabs, cosmetic surgeries, whatever you want to do, down here, it's usually a place that people like to come do those surgeries because they're going to be significantly more affordable and they're going to have a recovery in a beautiful place with really good weather. So that's becoming way more attractive for people. Most of the time, if you're from the United States or from Canada and you have insurance, if anything happens to you while you're traveling down here, you should be covered and be perfectly fine. But if you are now living down here and you're an expat, this is where you retired and you're living down here, you want to make sure to contact your healthcare provider in the United States or Canada to make sure that they will cover you if anything goes wrong down here. Some of them will say, are you traveling down there or are you living down there? Because if you're living down there, we don't cover you. So make sure to talk to your healthcare provider and make sure that they will cover you. If that's not the case, find one that does, either back at home, or the other option is that we're in Mexico. Things tend to be more affordable down here. So you can go ahead and try and find some local healthcare insurance. Most of the time, the irony is that it's going to be with the same company, but they're going to be providing the service in Mexico, and it's going to be more affordable. So if you want to find some good healthcare insurance, also go ahead and message me. My information is down in the description below. One thing that I gotta give you for advice on healthcare though is that there are a couple of hospitals down here that are kind of tourist traps. They know that you guys have insurance and they might try and rack up that insurance bill. So watch out. ask people around. That way you will be able to find that hospital that you really, really like down here. I was born and raised down here, but I've had some issues sometimes in the States. I lived up there for college, and all I can say is that hospitals up there and down here are both great. I cannot say that I like one better than the other. They have both gotten the job done. So you can rely that those things are going to be good for you guys. Now moving on to vehicle insurance. Vehicle insurance down here works the same way as it does in the United States or Canada. The one thing that I would suggest is that if you are going to be living down here, try and get some local vehicle insurance because it's going to be significantly more affordable. Again, this is not for coverage. If you want to continue paying your expensive insurance up in California or wherever you're at, you can go ahead and keep on doing that. But all I'm saying is that if you're down here, I would suggest going ahead and finding a local insurance provider for your vehicle that will give you a more competitive price. If you need advice on a couple of companies, you can also go ahead and message me. My information is down in the description below. And that is everything for this video. If you finished the video, you now know how to set up your utilities. You know about property insurance and belonging insurance. You know about healthcare insurance, and you know about vehicle insurance. Again, insurance is always about being protected in case anything goes wrong. I don't want to give this video a negative sense to the video. This is all just for you to be prepared and well informed. And I hope you liked it and you're now more informed about the topic overall. This video is not a standalone video like I mentioned in the beginning. It's part of a series. So don't forget to like it, subscribe, and hit that notification bell below so you can stay up to date on all of our latest information. And of course, if you have any questions for me, you want me to make a video on a particular topic, go ahead and comment down below or message me. Again, my information is down there. And for the people that are ready to make that jump down here, they're ready to start making Los Cabos a significantly larger part of their life. They're ready to start telling everybody back at home that they've got a beautiful condo or home in our beautiful Los Cabos, Mexico. Go ahead and message me. I'm here to help out. We will get you going on finding some properties and just planning our whole process of looking at them and getting you into that condo or home that you really, really want. Because that's always the most exciting. The most exciting day is always the day that I finally get a chance to give you the keys to that home or condo down here in Los Cabos that you really, really want. I look forward to seeing you guys in the next video, and I hope you have a fantastic day.